Google Gemini 2.5 is out, and in this video, I will show you how this model is performing against other competitors and how really this model is good and if this model is the new king. By the way, I'm Roberto Coscia. I'm a QA engineer working for the past 5 years in different area of the IT industry and I worked in companies such as TikTok and Paramount. So let's not go further and just let's go to the secret part of this video. Google Gemini 2.5 just came out yesterday, as you can see, and this with the model 2.5 experimental. And what you can see is immediately is that is outperforming OpenAI o3 Mini, ChatGPT 4.5, Claude 3.7 Sonnet, Grok 3, and DeepSeek R1. So it's competing with the best one out there. We can see now in the table which part is outperforming the other models. So the humanity last exam is actually outperforming by far all of them. The GPQA diamond is outperforming all of everybody but Claude 3.7 Sonnet. The AMI, the mathematics benchmark basic is outperforming all but Grok 3. So basically, we can see that all throughout all the benchmark is actually the best. In coding, we can see that it has improved a lot by the 2.0 model. It is still very close to the best model out there. We can see is definitely around the similar level to O3 Mini, and it is similar, bit lower than Grok 3. We can see that is the best in terms of either the code editing. So it's very good model for agentic for to be used as in agentic framework with coding IDE, which I've been showing by the way. Show other videos if you are curious about the coding IDE and how I use them. The SWE benchmark, so basically science, technology, we can see that it also is competing with the also with the Claude 3.7, very close to it. Simple QA is competitive. MMMU is also, you can see that it's the best on that. And that means SMMU is basically, it gives the best response with the first attempt. And it has already built in the thinking mode, so you don't have to click to select it. It does auto outside the box. And you can see that it reasons through very long context, which is something that actually Google is known to be the best out of all the others. We can see some benchmark here, some graphic. The science in science is the best. The mathematics is also near the best. Reasoning and knowledge is the best. So we can see that it can develop it can develop games and is advanced in coding. Basically, let's go and have a look. You can use in Google AI Studio, in Gemini Advanced if you have the premium subscription, which by now, to be honest, I advise you really to take because now Google Gemini has everything ChatGPT and other model have. It has the Canva, which is very good for coding. It has deep research, which is one of the best out there, together with one of OpenAI. And it has basically there is nothing that it doesn't have really. I would think of. If not, let me know in the comment. Google Gemini. So next, let's have a look at it in Google AI Studio. So if you can see that you can select the model here. You can use the API for free, which is something fantastic. You can use such performant model for free. By the way, you can select it here and you can start to write prompts. Which prompt should we write? Let's say a Pac-Man game. Let's see how I can do it. In Google Gemini, you have the Canva. Here, I don't think you have, but let's see if you give me only the code or it has built Canva also here. You can see that it's thinking already. We didn't have to select the thinking. And it's taking 60 seconds. So if there's 17 seconds, is giving me a response. It's giving me the code. It gave me a very long output. Let's see if I can edit. I can rerun more options. It doesn't seem. I can open in Google AI Studio itself to see the game, but I believe you can do it manually in Google Plus version. Let's say the advanced version. Let's do something we can do here. We can check here. How many R's are in the word strawberry? As you know, this is something that many models make mistakes with. Let's have a look. It's interesting. It gives very concise response and give me the correct one immediately. Consider that many models they write, as we seen yesterday with DeepSeek, which gave fantastic response, but it gave me all the reasoning to give me this response. I like to sometimes just get the concise response, and by default, it give me the correct right away the correct response, which I like. So this is a point in favor of Google 2.5, Google Gemini 2.5. Let's ask a question about mathematics and let's see how it is able to teach this model. Let's ask teach linear regression for in machine learning with vectorization like I am. So let's have a look what the response is able to give me. Give me the response and it's very interesting the way it communicates. It really seems it's making an example of weather and ice cream. So this signal that actually is talking to a 10 years old person. Also, the mathematics behind the logic, the prediction is good. Magic number multiplied by thing plus starting point. The language bit seems on point. Let's see how we would explain this to a 20 years old. I'm asking to 18 years old person. Let's have a look. Here we go, we got the answer. We can see that here the language is definitely 18 years old for an 18 years old person. I like the way it is structured with title, the explanation of the formula and the singular element of the formula. Also, I like the example shown of Python on how to make a practice of how to use vectorization in Python and a practical example of where it is used. It seems very interesting, the response. Let me know what do you think about it. Let's ask about let's create a new chat first. What are the best, or let's first make sure that you use the 2.5 model. What are the best practices in Playwright with TypeScript in a cheat sheet? So let's have a look how it is good at teaching and preparing. Give me a response very quickly. You can see here that it guide on how to set up the project, probably the best practice on how to set up the project. And the elements, I really agree with the response. I really liked it. Prefer user-facing locators. I totally agree. Use Dart std as a fallback. That makes totally sense. Avoid brittle locators. Yes, I really like this response. How to do perform the auto weighting. Yes, I do not add manual weights. Yes, I totally agree. Assertion, test structure, maintainability. We use the page model is fixture. Yes. Wow, this is really, really good. I think I would actually use ChatGPT. I think to learn and to explain concepts. I really like this response specifically. Let's see how it is with mathematics. Let's ask a question about the mathematics. Let's probably add an image of a calculation of this equation or an equation with where we know the response. Let's give this example. The solution is this. So the solution will be this. Let's have a look how to respond to this. So let's say that this is the solution. Let's say we want to solve for x. Incredible. The solution is correct. You see that 8 is equal to 8, and as you can see in the sample, is the same thing. It resolved correctly. So mathematics is not anymore a problem with the with this model. Let's ask another question about to test this knowledge of internet. I will ask about how many videos the YouTube channel AI has currently done, and how many total views, and what trending pattern do you see in this channel? This is actually interesting to see what could respond. This is basically my channel. And by the way, subscribe, like, comment, because help this channel algorithm to push my video up and to be seen by more people. So let's see what they respond. Interesting. It say that you cannot get access real-time live YouTube data. My knowledge is based on the data I was trained on, which has cutoff date of early 2023. So it is not up to date, this model with the 2025. I would be really curious to test this in the advanced version of Google Gemini. I have a feeling that it could respond correctly there, probably in Google AI Studio. Have you tried yourself in the Google Gemini advanced version? I'm really curious to see if I can give a correct response there. Let's ask a question about whether the weather in Rome tomorrow? What will be the weather tomorrow in Rome? By the way, in the meantime, I will ask the same question in ChatGPT and the new model DeepSeek. And let's ask also to Grok 3. Interestingly, ChatGPT also failed on this. Cannot understand that. The new model of DeepSeek, it actually gave me an error. This is interestingly. Let's try to run it again. Interestingly, it fails also DeepSeek on this. And also Grok, it fails. So we are basically at the same level on that matter. None can access YouTube. I've actually thought it would. Just as a note, if you use the stream real time and you try to share your screen, we can see that the new model has not been up to date there. So we can use in a Google AI Studio or Google Advanced to write prompt with it, like here. But you cannot use it in the stream real time part of the application yet. I actually tried another way. I selected grading with Google search to see if this would give me a different response and in the question related to my YouTube channel. Let's try to see if this gave any difference. Interestingly, it gave me a response. Take it OKI has 62 subscribers, which is interesting. This is up to date basically. Yes, now it has 63. It also analyzed the videos and the views. We can see that it gave me some information about 7 videos, even though I publish right now over 70 videos. I'm really impressed because it gave me data probably updated by 2 days ago. Could give me a better response for sure. It gave me a result of 7 videos, not 77, but it gave me quite relevant data, which is true. Testing, it found something on Reddit. I'll check. I'm curious. The fonts are not correct because here I don't see anything related to my video, unless some video bring to mind. But it's the only one that gave me the correct response. That YouTube is natively made by Google. It's one of the Google companies. So yes, on this actually, it was really impressive. It even advised me a few questions about that I could ask. Channel statistics. Those are Google search suggestions. Let's try with the code execution ticked on. Create the Pac-Man game and run it. Let's see if we can, again, if we can do it. I can't tick more than one tool apparently in the Google AI Studio. The response says that it cannot run a graphical game like Pac-Man directly within the environment using the tool code. Interesting, and they give me a good advice on what to do. Very good response. That's it today. I hope I gave you some panoramic of the new model and some taste of it. What do you think of this model? Have you tried yourself? Have you compared it with the top models out there? Do you confirm that this model is the best model right now? I'm really curious to know more about your opinion in the comment. Please subscribe the channel and see you in the next one.